allies, not we have common interests, we are brothers. Brothers from the heart. And today I want to speak to you, members of the Jewish communities and the government, honorary Jew, our government. I want to speak to you about the heart and the mind. I start with the mind, and I'll get to the heart and to the Jewish heart in a minute. But first, the mind. So a question, a very important question. Which cow produces the most milk in the world? Slide. Yeah. Is it an American cow? No. Is it a Dutch cow? No. Is it an Australian cow? No. Is it an Argentinian cow? No. Please. It's not even a Russian cow. It's about 1/3. This is why Mr. Putin has asked us to build farms in Russia, and why we're doing it in China, and why we're doing it in India. The biggest producer of cows that produce most milk is this cow, an Israeli cow. It's not because it's a Jewish cow. It's because it's an Israeli cow. It's a computerized cow. Every move is computerized. And the result is this. Second question. Which country produces clean water from brackish water, from wastewater, more than any other country? Slide. Yeah. It's Israel. 86% of our wastewater is recycled. And the next country is Spain, 17%. Does Brazil need water? Yes. Does Brazil need milk? Yeah, okay. Is there anything that Brazil doesn't need? It needs good health, longevity, protection from disease, it needs safe transportation, it needs security. All these things, Israel has. And the reason we have it is because there's a revolution in the world, a great revolution. And it is a technological revolution which gives tremendous value to products of the mind. Products of the mind are more important than products of the earth, like oil. Here are the 6 largest companies, the 5 largest companies in 2007 were companies that were making oil. Okay, only one, Microsoft, was making a product of the mind. And in 10 years, 10 short years, a revolution occurred that didn't happen in history. Because after 10 years, not one of the energy companies is left. But look at how many companies that are producing products of the mind are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 10. Every one of those companies has not a research and development center in Israel, a major research and development center. Okay? And in fact, it's probably their biggest outside their home country. There are 300 such centers of the leading companies in the world because Israel is producing products of the mind. This is the connection of big data, artificial intelligence, and connectivity. It creates new industries like cyber. Do you want your planes protected so they're not brought down by hackers? Well, Israel is the 2nd largest cyber power in the world. We went from 10% of the cyber markets, security market in 2010 to double that in 3 years. Number 2 in the world. Number 2 in the world. That's Brazil after America. Okay? Cyber is needed. You have a car industry? We had a car industry. That's the car we had. Susita is called, horse. I had one. I won't tell you about it. We crashed, literally. Okay, but today we have a car industry because 85% of the value of a car is software. It's a computer on wheels. Now we have Waze. You use Waze? That's from Israel. And Mobileye, which was just bought for $15 billion by Intel. Revolutionary new industries. This is all in the last 10 years. 500 companies. Those who innovate seize the future. The future belongs to those who innovate. Israel is the innovation nation. It produces products of the mind. We want to cooperate with Brazil on products of the mind. In agriculture, in water, in health, in security, in defense, products of the mind. A tremendous partnership. We have decided, President Bolsonaro and I, to have here delegations for security, for defense, for agriculture, for water, and for the rest of industries. Several delegations that will be coming here in the coming months to map out the full extent of Brazil's cooperation with Israel. This is a partnership that is meaning to happen, is meant to happen, and we're going to make it happen very fast. Mr. Bolsonaro also said this: I will move the embassy to Jerusalem. It's not a question of if, just a question of when. President Trump said the same thing. We moved the embassy, and President Bolsonaro will move the embassy as well. He accepted my invitation to visit Israel in the coming months, and he's going to do it. He said by March, and I look forward to receiving him with the same spirit and the same brotherhood that he received me and that you are receiving us. Products of the mind describe half the story. They don't describe the heart. Yesterday, my wife Sarah and I decided to go to do a stroll on the beach, Copacabana, with your permission, Governor. And we walked on the beach. There must have been about